Hello and welcome everybody to the new Ferrari 488 GT3 car here at Circuit Paul Ricard's, all part of the new Red Pack DLC for Assetto Corsa. You might be wondering, the Red Bull Ring was included in the Red Pack, but why aren't you racing that? Well, that's because I suck at racing, so I did one of the few tracks that I could race. And here we are. But I actually was able to get a couple races in at the Red Bull Ring. So you'll be seeing that later this week, or this month, depending whenever I get them done. Got a summer job, so yeah, that's why this has been taking forever to get out. It took me so long to learn this car. I tried with the Red Bull Ring. I tried all the tracks I knew: Circuit of America, Spa. I tried Mugello, Catalunya, like anything. I just tried like everything, and this was the first one that I was able to get. You would think that since it's the predecessor to not the predecessor, it follows the 458 in its lineage, that it would be pretty similar. It would just be like a step further in terms of performance and handling and speed and whatnot, but not all the tracks that cater to the 458 cater to the 488, and I'm not sure why that is, but it definitely is a different car, at least to me. I think the 458 is a very balanced car in every aspect. It's like not the best in every aspect, but it is very high up there in every aspect as compared to other cars, such as like the AMG, where it's just AMG GT3, where it's just pure torque and power off the straight and you just punch it through. Whereas the 458 and the 488, even though I know earlier I said they're different, but both cars you do have to really conserve that momentum through the corners and maximize that exit speed. Otherwise, you will get fucked on that straight, especially coming out of hairpins and whatnot, which you will see later. I've got videos at Donington Park. I got videos at Algarve Circuit here, and Red Bull Ring. So if you're not already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those. Anyway, there's so many reasons why I'm excited for this 488. I don't know which I like better, 488 or 488. I say 458, so I'll probably keep it consistent with single digits instead of saying 488, but whatever. First off, this is the newest racing car by Ferrari in their GT3 class, which I'm a huge fan of. It is probably my favorite class to watch as we make contact with the Ferrari prototype there. It's not really a prototype, but whatever. It's the newest car, so obviously I'm going to be very excited to race it. There's a couple starting to appear around here in Orange County, Newport Beach, and they sound amazing, by the way. I heard one downshifting all the way and taking a right-hand corner, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. And I've heard some beautiful cars. But anyway, I'm super excited because it's the newest car, and it is also a true GT3 car, because the 458 in this game... Oh, I changed it. I said 458 instead of 458. What am I saying? The 458 is a GT2 car, which, so it's not a true GT3 car, for whatever reason. So I'm finally excited to have a true GT3 car. The 488 looks amazing. It looks super aggressive. That new intake before the front wheels looks awesome. The entire line of the car, I think, looks a lot better. And this goes for real life and in the game. It just looks a lot more sleek, a little bit longer, so it has that more race car feel, more aerodynamic, more aggressive. Kind of like the McLaren's look. Before, I thought the 458 looked a little too short, which made it super agile. Ooh, we lose some grip. We get a little wheel spin there, or losing the tail end as we enter the hairpin. But yeah, the 488, I'm going to like it. It took me 3 to 4 hours to finally get the hang of this car, to finally get some gameplays. I was trying so hard, and then suddenly I was able to get like 10 or so like races in. I was like, what the heck just happened? I was going from like wiping out or like losing I just couldn't get the car turned in at all. And that's with no setup, because I'm just too lazy and too overwhelmed by the fact of setting it up. I'm like, there's so many changes you can make to the car. I don't know what's faster, and I don't have that much time to like make a setup and learn the track too much. I usually just start a race and just go at it and restart until I can, which will usually take me about like an hour to 2 to get a race for you guys. But yeah, I'm excited for this car. The other reason, I don't know, I'm just more excited about the GT3 car than the Formula 1 car, to be honest, because I'm more of a GT3 fan. I like WC and Blancpain. I don't know, it's just way more interesting than Formula 1 right now. So here we are, we're falling behind the R8. This section's always tricky because if you brake while turning, you will lose some grip in the rear, and you will unsettle the car, and then you will slide out. So you got to brake in a straight line, kind of coast the car in. Right before you turn in, brake a little bit more. You can start threshold brake or trail braking, and get the car turned in there and conserve some momentum. That's one of the corners that this car does well at, or at least I do. I don't know. There's a couple sections on this track where I overtake really well as we make some contact, trying to get through. I don't even know what position I'm in right now. I kind of lost track. I kind of been talking, wasn't really watching. But yeah, whoever made this track, props to them. I think it looks beautiful. And they have all sorts of layouts. So all the WTCC, the World Touring Car Championship layout, they have the Endurance layout, they have the GT layouts, they have the short layouts. It's awesome. That corner, I've made like 5 overtakes, like all consecutive laps. It's pretty great. And I love that McLaren livery, the white one with the red, orange, and black stripe, I believe it is. Yeah, the black stripe. I think that one's beautiful. As we chase down the Ferrari and McLaren, well, it's technically a Ferrari, even though Scuderia Glickenhaus kind of, Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus kind of, I don't know, it's like a one-off, so. I'm gonna say Ferrari, it's just faster. The R8 going for the pass again to take back what was his position, but he's gonna let off as we enter the sweeping right-hand corner. As we start to head up into the pack for the battle between 7 cars, led by 2 Huracans, an AMG GTS, followed by the SGC 003, a 12C, me in the 488, and then the R8. Getting real close to the McLaren here. I'm going to try to pull away, but you can definitely see the power of the 488 really struggles here. There needs to be a lot more acceleration on this car for it to be a little bit more competitive, I think. Not that you can change it. This isn't like character balancing in like Overwatch or Shooter or something. The car is the car, however it performs is however it performs. It's just, you can't rely on the power on the straights. It really teaches you how to maintain momentum, and I honestly do think it has made me a better racer. There we go, the same pass up that corner. It's probably just because the AI takes it really wide, or they allow me to go under. So moving up one position, following the SGC. And doesn't that car look beautiful? Every single color. And the cockpit looks awesome too. We finally have the Formula 1 style type of wheel. The 458 GT2 car has the rim, the full circle. But I love these F1 style ones. I hate having to rotate. I hate having like a lock to lock rotation of like greater than like 270 degrees. I don't know. I hate having to like hand over hand and like rotate the wheel more. I just keep both hands on the steering wheel at all times. That's my jam. Starting to lose some pace as the grid starts to thin out. And we still got that pack of 4 up ahead, so that traffic will definitely help me. We are on soft tires, which I just found out right before watching this video. Last 5 laps. And this is one of the longer circuits, so I believe we have 10 laps here. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure about that. I'm a great commentator. Oh my god, I don't even know how long the race is. But yeah, you can see that we definitely have to make up our times in the corners. And even then, for me, since I don't have a setup and I'm not that great of a racer, although I am getting better, you definitely have to make sure you maintain that momentum and maximize that corner exit speed. Otherwise, you will fall behind. We're going up for the same pass for the 3rd lap in a row, maybe 4th, I don't know. He's still on the outside. He's maintaining it. We're gonna push him slightly wide. He's on the edge of the track. And I get it done, although slightly messy. And there you go, you can see the benefits of that exit speed, as we're able to more or less maintain pace with the AMG GT3, but he's also being held up by the 2 Huracans. Honestly though, this Red Pack DLC is, I don't know, I really like it. Just for the 488, I would have paid that $10, to be honest. I honestly already love this car, even though I had a rough start with it. I think it just looks fantastic. It's much lower to the ground, has a wider base than the 458. But this is all subjective, by the way. I actually have no idea if it is. It just looks like it. It just looks more planted. However, I just remembered. I looked at my times as we are gonna take the AMG GTS through the inside, up the straight, and you can just see here, look at that acceleration. He's just gonna walk me, so I'm gonna slide behind him so we don't lose any time. I already know he's gonna be faster than me, so I might as well capitalize on his slipstream. But as I was saying, I was looking at some of my times, and of course, I only had like 2 or 3 or probably like 5 hours. Yeah, probably like 5 hours with the 488. And my lap times are like a second slower than the ones that I have with the 458. But we will see. The same overtake right here. We're gonna leave the AMG more room this time. Oh no, we are just gonna go for it. We get the pass done. As we slowly worked our way up the grid, and we're now gonna have to take another powerful car, the Huracan. It's always an interesting battle. I might be faster through the corners, and I might have the clear lead on the straight, but by the end of that straight, that Huracan's right up with me, challenging that next corner because of that whenever I'm racing, I can just hear it come up. The sound its engine makes it so distinct. And the AMG GTS, you can just look at that. So we're gonna let off the gas here as we go too wide through this corner. And I said I'll be patient, I'll let him take it. It's a sprint race for 10 laps, but for me, that's a long time. A lot can happen in those 10 laps. And I don't want to risk it because I've had some pretty shit AI experiences on this track through that corner. Every single time I can carry so much momentum that corner, but the AI just wants to be so slow, and at the end I have to brake. Which one? I will brake too much, rear will lock up, and I will slide out. The second thing is I might tap them, and then my car will slide out. And the third thing is I'll just hit them completely or something, because sometimes they just break in the middle of the apex, which you will see in some of my other videos coming out later. But we have a good race here. We got this middle pack. We did start from the back, towards the back of the grid. So a top 10 finish would be really nice. AI is at 100%, if you did not read the description already. One thing I will say I will suggest to maximize that first gear, because that first gear on the 488 is not very powerful, not very torque. That's I just made that up. That's a AP Physics inside joke. Sorry. Turn down the differential coast or the power. I forgot which one. Whichever one that makes you like it won't put the power down as fast. Decrease that so you can put it down faster, because you won't slide out. It's honestly, it's really controllable. I'm racing with pro level assists, and you're gonna be fine. I might make the move to no assist soon. I was racing Project Cars yesterday, which the timeline might get really confusing for you, because of the time I'm commentating this and the time that gets posted and whatever. But I was racing with a friend because we both realized we both have Project Cars, and he's actually a really good racer in real life, and he has a lot of hours in that game. And we were both racing, and I realized I didn't have assist on, and I was not doing terrible for me, but I was doing pretty bad. But you will see that, because I think I am going to post it, but I don't know. I was actually doing a lot better. I haven't played that game in a while, and by the end of the practice sessions, I was lapping like a second quicker. So honestly, these kind of, for racing, you just have to race more and more, and you'll start to feel the car a lot more. Just like this 488. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be able to use it right away. I know most people can, but use it well. It's going to take some time to learn. No race car driver can just race a car well first time out. But it does make a good driver if you can get used to it. As we go for the double pass on the AMG GTS, GT3, and the Huracan. But it's not going to stick on the Huracan. But we're right there with him. And the yellow light shows that we've been out of field for a while. As we get off to the side of the track. Still continuing. Trying to get out of the way here. You can see the AI doesn't know what's happening, even though I'm well off the racing line. You can see the apex is right there. But for some reason, that 458 wanted to be right behind me. And we've run out of fuel with a lap to go. And that's probably just due to my really aggressive racing style. And what a great race. I thought I had enough fuel, because the last time I raced here, in the last video, I got the fuel warning light. But it was enough to last me to the end. it's just set so you can perfectly end, but apparently I used too much fuel or something. So what a way to end a great race. I thought it was a great race nevertheless, so I've decided to post it and share it with you guys. Still really fun, and honestly, this was the night that the DLC came out. I was still super satisfied after having to restart so many times and having the AI fuck me over with. They would hit me so many times. Like, actually, I might make a montage of all the dumb moments. Like, they're actually really bad. But anyway, I hope you enjoy that. This new race with the 488 at one of its regular tracks. I know they raced here, I think, with the Ferrari Challenge. I think it looks beautiful here. If you enjoy that, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with you some more. I'll be back for you with some more 488 content in the next video. See you guys in the next one.